I will admit that the water I've taken baths with, showers. I don't have a big bathtub or anything like that. The water that touches my skin gets absorbed through my skin, and from the absorption of my skin, the filter, it goes into my bloodstream. So that affects my body too. Water that is tampered with, chemicals are put into it. I am consenting as I use water. I am consenting to drug use. Drugs, I don't know, that alter my body. Chemicals and synthetics that alter my body. So instead, I distill my water. Every day I distill water. And there's an energy requirement there, so the less I consume, the less I obviously use. So by accepting water source, air source, and other things, and whatever is being modified into our existence, it's affecting our bodies and our minds. I believe in turning away from certain things. The challenge is when I help others, or at least I witness others try to get off of some medications and other things. It can be very traumatic, it can be very challenging. I've seen it become a very challenging situation. Even recreational drug use, I know people that try to, and by recreation I mean alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, and so forth. Anything that's a recreational drug in that essence, it's very hard for them to put that down. I sometimes say it could be impossible for some people, yeah. Impossibility exists in the mind. And if they believe it's impossible, then it is impossible, yes. I encourage people to live without the pleasures they used to have, the material pleasures at least. I encourage people, all of us, to embrace and develop our sensations, our appreciation, our attitude, our thanks, our gratitude. Cultivate that passion, cultivate that thankfulness. I have many mentors that have come into my life that I admire greatly. Many people that their lessons have changed, altered my life pattern as well. I enjoy it very much so. But I also don't use that as a substitute for how I live my life. I listen to what I must within. The idea of having hunger, the growling, the pain that you feel in your intestines, just think for a moment that may not be hunger. Actually, it's not, because if you feel that pain and you don't drop dead, then it's a good sign it's not hunger. What I would do associate, and that's what it is, we have to live in a world of associations. What I do associate is that the movements are my own body, contorting and shifting and so forth, from a state of inflammation. And the state of inflammation comes from eating processed foods, cooked foods, let's say, foods in general, inflame the body in general. Of course, there are those that inflame the body less. So what I'm saying to you, and what the purpose of this video is, once again I'll address, is to challenge yourself, as I challenge myself. And the challenge doesn't have to be this level, it could be much less. If you are a meat eater, just eat less meat today. Give yourself an opportunity to eat less meat. If you're a vegetarian, consider eating organic vegetarian. Try that for a moment. Don't consent to allowing... I've been asked what is the definition or the difference between organic and not organic. It's hard because it changes pretty consistently now. From what I understand, there's radiation's a factor. The radiation of food sources, the flash pasteurization also affects the food. Chemicals that have been added to the foods, to the substances and so forth. So many things. So we consent when we choose not to go organic. At one point it wouldn't matter very much. Now it seems like it does. It causes toxicity. Toxicity is similar to what I call the popcorn Pepsi effect. You're at a movie theater, you eat popcorn, you want Pepsi. You drink Pepsi, you want popcorn. And it's a cycle. You keep on making yourself more and more toxic, so you want more, you get hungry. When you make yourself less toxic, you're not hungry. You don't need very much. And that applies not just to food, but to secondary trauma. We watch movies of violence and action and so forth. We want to watch more sensationalism. We want more things, and we become dumbed down in so many ways.